Today's conversation is about those moments that we may need to be especially proactive in moving our money. And welcome into Financial Focus, brought to you by the best of the best in financial services. 9 straight years and running, as named by the readers of the Lake City Reporter, the team from GulfCoast Financial Services celebrating 31, maybe now 32, John. Have we crossed that anniversary date? 31 years serving North Central Florida savers and investors. And John Kuykendall, founder and CEO, here with us as always. John, is it 31, 32 now?
31 and 3/4.
All right. Yeah. We stopped celebrating those half and quarter birthdays sometime around like 5 usually, right? But when we're talking about how long you guys have been providing that proactive guidance, 31 and 3/4, almost there at 32 years. And again, 9 straight years named best of the best in doing so by the readers of the Lake City Reporter, and so many in and around Lake City know why, but maybe still more need to have some exposure to you guys there at GulfCoast Financial Services to understand the level of service that you provide.
Well, Peter, we have developed a team that I think can provide excellent service on just about any product that we're looking at: taxes, Social Security, Medicare, long-term care planning, all those things we try to take care of in that financially focused income plan that we talk about. And, I don't think we can talk enough about that, because people need a roadmap. We can't get from point A to point B without knowing how we're going. And that financially focused income plan can do that for you.
Yeah. And if you would like to get that put together, just a reminder, they are always there available to help you, to assist, to have that conversation, and to put the plan together for your financial future, achieve your goals, specific and custom to your situation at GulfCoast Financial Services. So just give a call, 386-755-9018, 386-755-9018, or skip the phone, go online, always available there at GulfCoastFinancial.net, GulfCoastFinancial.net. John, that proactive planning process, that approach, that is really what is going to make the difference between maybe a less than certain and a confident retirement, that financially focused written retirement income plan that we've talked so much about here on the program. But today's conversation is about those moments that we may need to be especially proactive in moving our money. John, there are many reasons why. You've got a great resource, a list of 8 of those times and reasons to consider moving money.
Well, Peter, I think one of the most important, the ones that we don't think about, is repositioning, rebalancing your money. As we invest and the market's doing well, we move up, our assets get out of sync with our risk. We certainly, all of us have a risk tolerance. And I know that because I have some friends that call me daily about their risk. And you need to make sure that your portfolio has been rebalanced. So you may have more large cap, more international than the market is going to give you, or the returns are going to give you this year. So we need to reposition, rebalance. If you look at the chart of what class of mutual funds at the top of the list every year, Peter, it changes. Small caps are at the top one year, and then the next year they're at the bottom, and large cap or large value. And so we don't want to time the market, but we do want to move with the market. And so many people forget that, and they get complacent because they're making a decent return this year, but they may not do that next year. So let's get our risk in line with where we are, rebalance our portfolios, make sure that we make some reallocations, and also make sure that you change the current contribution. If you're doing a 401, you may not want to put as much money in large caps or in small caps. So you need to rebalance that also when you rebalance your portfolio.
A little bit of course correction along the way. That is what rebalancing is going to help you achieve and accomplish, to stay in alignment. If, John, you've ever driven a car, I'm sure many people listening to the program have, that was out of alignment, you have to do a little bit of manual course correcting, bring it back into the lane. And as soon as possible, you take it into the mechanic to get it realigned so that you are safe. If you didn't do the course correcting, though, that could be extremely dangerous. And you've got to do that routine maintenance. Same here with the portfolio, because John, it hasn't been just a period of a year or two. We've had a fantastic run in the market, even with some volatility over the last decade plus. And if we started 10 years ago or 12 or 13 years ago now and have not done that ongoing realignment, course correcting, rebalancing, we could have far more risk than we are truly comfortable with or is appropriate.
Well, that's right, Peter. When you talk about that car, you don't want, if you got a car that's out of line, you don't want to take your hands off of the wheel. You want to keep your hands on the wheel so that you can correct it. And that's what we're doing with our portfolio, really. We are keeping our hands on our portfolio, looking at what we're investing in and making changes that are tactical, not at the spur of the moment, but we have a plan in place on how we're doing that. And I would encourage everybody out there that if they need help with that portfolio, we'd be more than happy to help them with it. Free at no charge. Just give us a call, come in, tell us what you got, and we'll help you.
Especially important with those 401ks, which often are a little out of sight and out of mind. Make sure to do that rebalancing. And by the way, talking about this list, this report of the 8 moments to move your money, this one does not require you to leave the current account that you are in. It's just routine maintenance on that current account that many folks unfortunately forget to do. Why it's number 1 on this list of the 8 moments to move your money. And if you like the list, or if you need help with any of these moments, pick up the phone, give John Kuykendall and the team there at GulfCoast Financial Services a call, 386-755-9018, 386-755-9018. John, next on the list, this is a pretty timely opportunity, and it may be a bit of a limited time opportunity, at least at current prices.
Well, that's right, Peter. And the thing is that when we move money out of our IRAs or our deferred accounts and do a Roth conversion, put them into a Roth IRA, what we're doing is we're paying the taxes now, and we're moving the money into an account that will grow forever tax-free. So the theory is I'm paying in a lower tax bracket. Taxes sunset December 2025. December 31st, 2025, unless something happens, we go back to the old tax law. Now, what a lot of people have gotten complacent with is the huge standard deduction that we have, which is going away. And so we revert back to the much lower standard deduction. Taxes are going to probably be higher anyway because of we need more money to pay the debt. And so if we do a Roth conversion now, then it may be the opportune time to do it and not do it later. And we have software here that can help us. We can show you how much it's going to cost in taxes if we move from a conversion of X dollars from the deferred account into the Roth, and we can work it up so that we can give you the amount that you can convert without paying any more taxes than you would, or going ahead and keeping you within a reasonable tax bracket. Don't forget also we have to that IRMA, and we also have the taxes on our Social Security. We help you with that also. That software will tell us. So it's really important that we think about doing these Roth conversions and that we get some advice, which we're more than happy to provide. But now's the time, Peter. We've only got a couple of years left. And then we're going to be in new tax year.
And John, before somebody makes this potentially expensive, I mean, there's a price tag to it, but also cost savings move here. We've got to weigh that very carefully. What is the current expense? What is the long-term cost savings that we are realizing by incurring the expense? You and your team can run that sophisticated software ahead of time beforehand and let somebody know what that cost benefit is likely to be, and really drill down on the full implications, both sides of the equation, the cost and the benefit.
That's right. That we have the software to do that. We also have the tax software to do that. So right now we're analyzing per client how much he can convert from his rollover 401k into a Roth this year, and we'll still keep him within a reasonable tax bracket. It's going to cost, but I'm telling you, Peter, in the long run, it's going to cost you less. Taxes are going up. They have to go up. There's no way that the government can continue to operate without raising taxes. Everything is going up. You know, I went to the store yesterday, and my favorite ice cream, which I used to buy for $2.50 a half gallon. And then sometimes they would have it on sale, 2 for $5. And I thought, man, that's great. That ice cream for 1/2 gallon was $5.56. So everything is going up. Taxes have to go up also.
Well, again, we are talking with John Kuykendall here, founder, CEO at GulfCoast Financial Services, about the 8 moments to move your money, a resource, a report that you can get your hands on if you would like. But number 2 on this list is to go ahead and proactively manage the taxes on those retirement accounts. That tax liability, ladies and gentlemen, something that we are going to have to deal with at some point over our lifetimes or even beyond generationally. We may be able to do that on sale at a bit of a discounted price and keep more of our money if we are proactive with that. That's why it's number 2 on the list. John, number 3, another big one, an opportunity that can be significant. And I think this one may be the least well-known item on the list.
Well, that's right, Peter. When you leave a job, normally you've put money into a 403B, some type of deferred account, a 401k. You should take that account and move it. You have more control over it, and you haven't forgotten about it. I'm always amazed at the number of people that come in here, and when we start doing research with them on finding out where their money is, they've got 5 or 6 accounts from different jobs, and they're all so small.
Well, again, we've got time and opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, that if we understand these opportunities to move our money and identify when they would be beneficial or apply to us, we may be able to improve our outlook, our trajectory into our financial future. John, we covered 3 of those on today's program, but there are more on this list. It is the 8 moments to move your money. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like this list to see if you are encountering any of these moments or opportunities to improve the work that your money is doing for you, pick up the phone, give GulfCoast Financial Services a call, 386-755-9018, 386-755-9018, 386-755-9018. John, I think this is an excellent resource, and really, if we encounter any of these moments, talking with a financial professional to understand how to go about doing this would be the next step to understanding and executing a beneficial financial move.
Well, that's right, Peter. The other five things on this items on this list are certainly very important, and I encourage everybody to get the list so that you can look at all of them. All those things will help us make more money, save taxes, and have a better retirement. That's what it's all about. It's gonna take more money in retirement, Peter. The people we used to say it's not going to take as much to live in retirement. That's not true. Things cost more, and they're going to cost more in the future. So we need to save and make sure that we have the kind of retirement that we want. And you can do that by planning, getting a financially focused income plan, and working that plan, keeping your hands on the wheel so that even if you're out of alignment a little bit, we can make an adjustment.
Well, again, you got to be paying attention to understand when we may be getting a little off course or out of alignment, and then make the necessary adjustments to keep heading toward your financial path and destination as you intend, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this list of the 8 moments to move your money is all about. A great resource. We touched on 3 of the 8, but get the full list, the report, by calling GulfCoast Financial Services, 386-755-9018, or skip the phone, go online, always available there at GulfCoastFinancial.net. Once again, John, we appreciate the time on Financial Focus. Always a good time to sit down, chat, and be proactive with our money.
That's right, Peter. Thank you so much. I hope somebody will take advantage of this week. Thank you.
Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and tune in for more Financial Focus by visiting GulfCoastFinancial.net. The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature and not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes. John Kuykendall is registered with and securities are offered through Kovac Securities Inc., member FINRA SIPC, found online at www.kovacsecurities.com. Advisory services are offered through GulfCoast Financial Services Inc., a registered investment advisor in Florida. GulfCoast Financial Services Inc. is not affiliated with Kovac Securities Inc. or Kovac Advisors Inc. Past performance is not indicative of future results. All investing involves risk. Investment decisions should be based on your own goals, time horizon, and tolerance for risk. Due to various factors including changing market conditions and/or applicable laws, the content may no longer be reflective of current opinions or positions.